The information presented is for informational purposes only. The opinions expressed are not necessarily the opinions of any Daikin company. This information should not be confused for accounting, legal, medical, or other professional advice. Please seek advice from a qualified professional for any specific questions.
Welcome to the Accelerated HVAC Success Program. My name is Ben Middleton. I'm the National Sales Training Manager for the Goodman, Amana, and Daikin brands. Today, I'm joined with Dylan Caraway. He is a loan officer over at Live Oak Bank. Dylan, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Ben. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this trip so far this week in beautiful Puerto Rico.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first question I love to ask everybody that comes on the show, how in the world did you find yourself in HVAC?
So this may be a bit of a long-winded answer, but I think it is important to explain kind of the model of our bank and how we're organized. So our bank was founded in 2008, and we were a specialized lender for SBA loans in the veterinarian space. We made tons of expansion loans to veterinarian offices over the years and did it really well. So then we started thinking, there's tons of other industries that is offered through the SBA program. And we started researching different industries that we liked. And this is going to sound, kind of corny, but my former colleague, he was on our team at the bank that identified new industries to lend to. And our bank is headquartered in Eastern North Carolina. And in the summer there, it gets a little hot and humid. And he was out walking his dog one day, and he said, if my AC goes out, I'm going to have to call and get it fixed immediately. I'm not going to, sit in a 90-degree apartment. I don't want my dog sitting in a 90-degree apartment. So he started doing a little bit of research, which led into going down several rabbit holes. Wrote a white paper for the industry, presented it to our executive team, and we first launched in 2019. So our bank was founded in 2008. Our team at the bank, our service contractor lending team, so HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, was founded in 2019, and I was recruited to help build and grow the team in early 2020.
Now, it's interesting because usually when we talk about banks within the HVAC industry, a lot of people go immediately to consumer lending and consumer financing, which is a very important part for this industry. It really helps to increase high efficiency sales, to increase close averages, and bringing in more revenue for contractors. Mm-hmm. But that's not really where you guys focus, right? You guys focus kind of in a completely different category, if you will.
Yeah, most certainly. And this is a conversation I have with many dealers while I'm sitting at a trade show booth or meeting for the first time. But we actually offer business financing. So we're there to help support the contractor with their business financing needs. And I really like to bucket that into two categories. On one side, we have growth financing, and then on the other side, we have transition financing. So when you're, thinking about working with Live Oak, thinking if this is going to be a good fit for me and my business, do you plan to grow your business? How do you plan to fund that growth? Such as, organic growth through operating or working capital financing. So investing in marketing, advertising, vehicles, inventory, or, growth through acquisition. So if you want to, purchase another company, maybe a neighboring company to, get their customer list, employees, phone number, website, that's another way to grow your company. And also commercial real estate's another common growth product for us as well. If a dealer has outgrown the real estate that they're operating their business out of, they want to purchase a building to expand into and grow into, that's, another common type of growth product for us. And on the other side, our transition product is succession planning financing. So if you've been, working in the business 20, 30 years, you put your blood, sweat, tears into the business, and you decide it's time to hang up the hat and cash in the chips, so to speak. And you're starting to think about, how you plan to do that. We help guide folks through the exit process. We discuss, what banks look for, what Live Oak looks for specifically in the financials, the work mix of the company, How do we profile a buyer? Do they have industry experience? Will they be able to license the company? And, kind of, a high level overview of that loan application process.
So I think the business growth side of things is a huge help for contractors as they're looking to scale and grow their business. I always think acquisitions is an interesting piece. Um, I think you've got some stories or some case studies with different contractors that you talk about. When it comes to being able to grow your business through acquisition. Did any stories come to mind as far as of contractors that have been successful in this model, and you've seen them really be able to expand their reach and be able to shore up business for their company?
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. These are case studies and real life examples that are happening every day for us.
Hmm.
Our phones ringing every day, talking with contractors on their growth plans. But one that really sticks out to me in particular was actually a Daikin dealer, and he was been in business for 10, 15 years. Had a neighboring company that was located about 45 minutes away, where it was another Daikin dealer as well. And his territory manager called him and said, "Hey, I know this guy's looking to get out. I know that you've been looking to grow. I think this might be a good fit. Do you mind if I make an introduction?" So the two owners of the two companies got together, and then I was introduced, through that distributor. On how does that work from a financing
Hmm.
perspective? What do we look at from the seller? How do we help the buyer achieve this? And the end result was 6 months later, that's the speed that they wanted to move. Obviously we can move a lot quicker, but we like to go at the pace of whatever works for that particular contractor. But essentially the contractor was able to acquire that business. They received a $2 million loan with no money down through the SBA expansion program.
Hmm.
And really what they did was they were able to double their revenue, employee count, and net profit overnight. So very impactful stuff when you're thinking about these acquisition scenarios. It's just, an incredible product to, grow.
Then on the flip side, there's the exit strategy side
Yeah.
of things, right?
Yes.
Where somebody's looking to leave, and I think in our industry right now, there's a lot of conversation about all of the PE groups that are out there. They're
Mhm.
investing in companies, buying up all these different companies. Um, how would you say this? What sort of additional options, freedom, opportunities does this give an owner versus the PE route that maybe some people may be considering today?
Yeah, great question. And I like to preface this. Every situation is different for every dealer.
Right.
Sometimes a PE option may be good for the dealer. Sometimes it may not. But my job at Live Oak is just to educate dealers on their options. And it's not very common that they're aware of the SBA program, and that the GM that's been running their company, or the son or daughter of the owner that's been helping run the company over the years, doesn't have millions of dollars to buy out their owner.
Hmm.
Owner doesn't want to sell or finance it with the handshake agreement. So they, just think that, there's only one, option to exit. However, through the SBA program and through Live Oak Bank, we're able to help get, new owners in the door that may not have hundreds of thousands of dollars in liquidity to, put as a cash injection into the business, like, some traditional banks may require. And through the government guaranteed SBA lending program, these loans don't have to be fully secured. We're able to approve these loans based on the work mix, cash flow of the business, and the buyer profile.
That's great. And, I think the importance that you said there is it gives them options, right?
Yes.
And so they can try to determine, what is the best case for their particular situation that they
Mhm.
have. Uh, what other, I mean, do you have any unique stories as far as where you've seen a company be able to do that exit strategy and actually help one of the employees or a son or a daughter or a family member take over the business?
Yeah, most certainly. One that really sticks out in mind was one that we closed in 2023. This was a $3.5 million purchase, And, our buyer didn't have tons of liquidity. I mean, if you think about it, from a traditional banking standpoint, if you walk into your local bank and say you want a $3.5 million loan to buy a heating and air company, they're going to scratch their head. They don't understand the industry. They're going to say, hey, do you have 20 to 30% down, which is meaningful cash that most business owners don't have in their personal savings. I know I personally don't. And then, a lot of these owners in these businesses don't have collateral to fully secure the loan. So, we helped structure this deal where the general manager that has essentially been running the company for the last 4 years was able to purchase this $3.5 million company with minimal cash down. And minimal, I mean less than 2%. So this program through Live Oak Bank, the SBA program, just gives another option for buyers to get their foot in the door that may not be super cash heavy and have tons of equity and outside collateral to fully secure these loans.
So if I'm interested in learning more about Live Oak Bank, where is my local branch that I would go to?
That's a really good question. So there's so many things that make Live Oak Bank unique, and I truly think one of the most unique things about our company is we don't have branches. We have our headquarters in Wilmington, North Carolina, is the location that I work out of, along with about 1,000 other folks. And we operate a branchless model. So that's where the bulk of our employees are. We're all housed under one roof, which I think comes with many benefits and advantages. But we do a lot of our business over the phone and online. And I think what's really unique and separates us is we get out and travel and see our customers. I've flown to Alaska. I've flown to California many times. I mean, you name it, I've been there. And every time I go visit with these business owners, they're like, man, I've been banking with my local bank for 30 years down the road. They're 2 miles and they've never stepped foot in my building. So, while we may be, thousands of miles away, we do build that personal relationship. We get out and visit with our folks. And, we like to think of them as more of, our partner versus us just being, their bank.
Dylan, thank you so much for coming out here. Do you have any last words of wisdom or any last closing thoughts that you want to share with our viewers?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Ben. I think, if you're in, the growth mindset, or if you're looking to, you're thinking about that exit, I don't think, you can start the conversation too early. I would encourage you, to reach out to us at Live Oak Bank, just to find out what's available to you, what resources are out there, because that's my job at Live Oak, is just to provide you with the tools and the education that are available to you to help reach your goals, whether that's to grow or transition.
Thank you again. And if you like this program, please make sure to hit the like button so we can bring you more episodes like this one. Also, make sure to hit the follow button so that you're notified of all of the upcoming episodes that we have. Dylan, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.